Welcome to the episode of the Love and Reality Podcast. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, folks, Love is Blind Season 6 cast has been announced. And last year on Love is Blind Season 5, I took a look at the cast and kind of just went through the different people in the cast and what I thought about the cast and who I thought, maybe even through some predictions of who I thought could end up on the main show, engage and everything like that. On today's episode, I'm going to take a look at the men of Love is Blind season 6. This to me is something that is fun. It's different. It's just me sitting here way too excited about the new seasons of Love is Blind. But I'm going to read off their bios and try to figure out who I think will make the cut. If you're listening to the podcast side of things, I am providing the link to the cast in the bio here that you can follow along with me over on the YouTube. I'm going to have it displayed on the page, but I just wanted to share that with you guys in case you wanted to follow along. A quick programming note. We have a lot of reality TV content happening right now. I've got the coverage of the Trust a Game of Greed that will wrap up with the final episode coming on, I think it's January 24th. We have my weekly recaps of the Trader Season 2 happening here on the Love and Reality Podcast. And then, of course, plenty of new episodes leading up to the big return of Love is Blind Season 6. Season 6 has 6 episodes dropping on Valentine's Day, and I will be releasing a recap of 2 episodes at a time. But without further ado, let's go ahead and share the screen here, and let's go ahead and take a look at the cast, the men of Love is Blind Season 6. First up, what do we have here? Oh, I don't know why it's popping up here. First up, we have, let me see this gentleman. We have Matthew. Not a bad looking guy. He's got a nice little suit on. I like the suit action here. Little glasses. The hair kind of slicked back there. Let's see here. Senior financial advisor Matthew knows he's been emotionally guarded when it comes to past relationship. And that's why he chooses to confront his issues head on with Love is Blind. When life presents you with an opportunity which takes that weakness and exposes it, how can you turn it down if it's really important to find that special someone? If he can tear his walls down, Matthew is looking for an intelligent, caring, considerate, hardworking, and driven woman. Is that it? That's all they're looking for. Who won't mind his boxer dog sleeping in the bed with him, but he's ready to put it all on the line to find his perfect match. Perfect match, eh? Interesting. Adding, I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't sacrifice to find the right person. My commitment to this experiment is evidence of that. All right, Matthew, I see you, big dog. We'll come back to you in a little bit. We got Kenneth, middle school principal, 26 years old. Oh, he just has a cool vibe. I wish I could pull off a jacket like that. That's pretty fancy, to be honest with you. I like it. I like Kenneth already. We're rooting for Kenneth. Kenneth's relationship with God and his family comes first. He's looking for a partner who's aligned on making both a priority. Those two things are very pivotal to my existence and being able to navigate life. His perfect woman is caring, compassionate, intelligent, nurturing, and most of all, just authentic to who they are. Kenneth immediately takes note of self-serving behavior, which is a major turnoff. A red flag for him is when I see signs of no empathy or compassion, he says. As a middle school principal, those qualities come naturally to Kenneth, who's now at a stage in his life to let a woman give them back in return. What? Oh, okay. I want to find someone who I can see and say, I love you for you and you love me for me. Once that is secured, we can build off a foundation. You know what? I didn't do this with the last guy. Oh, we can't. We're not sharing it like that. Okay. Well, Kenneth, middle school, God-fearing principal. I'm just going to throw it out here. We're locking Kenneth in. We're only 2 of the 15 men in. We're just going to throw it out here and predict 5 guys that are going to be on the show. I'm going to write these down for you guys. We're going to predict 5. Kenneth is number 1. We're only 2 guys in. Kenneth is 100% going to be one of the men that are going to be on this show. He just has that personality. He has a look about him that I really like. I feel like when he gets in the pods, he's going to interact very well with the women. All right, we've got who is this character? Little flannel action going on, a little red flannel with a I don't know, like a little weird looking top on. Not a bad little scruffy little beard. He's got the holy jeans that are rolled up with some Nikes on and some colorful socks. What do we? Austin, software sales. Austin is bare bones kind of guy who appreciates life's simple pleasures. I work hard. I love my family and my friends, he says. One thing I love to do with a partner is just have a morning conversation over a cup of coffee. Very important. Very important. Coffee before anything in the morning. Actually, it's coffee, then the conversation. Let's be honest. Open and honest dialogue is non negotiable for Austin, whose ultimate deal breaker is when people don't communicate their feelings well when things are bothering them. Well, Austin and Matthew would not make a good match because he doesn't communicate his feelings. So, but he also learned that people's actions can stem from the things that happened to them that weren't their fault. So he's willing to be patient with the right person. Austin says his best quality is his ability to stick to things that he loves, including playing the guitar, regularly attending music festivals, practicing jiu-jitsu, and practicing jiu-jitsu, which he's been doing over the past 8 years. I don't know, man. Something about that face. Yeah, I don't know. This outfit is something. I don't know what it is, but it ain't me. I don't know. Sorry, Austin. We're not putting. Oh my goodness! See, look, we go from this guy till we got slick down Jamal, a store director looking pimping like he's popping up at church on Sunday morning with a nice looking tie and a nice looking suit. Man, I couldn't pull that off my life depending on it. For Jamal, dating and compatibility don't come with a manual. If they did, he would have mastered them by now. Having swiped his way through the 20s, 32 years old now, at this big age, I'm ready to find love in this experiment because I'm tired of dating. I'm someone who has experienced a lot in life, so at this particular juncture, it's the right time for me to become a husband. Raised in a tight knit household with strong Christian morals, Jamal is seeking a family oriented soulmate who can blend well with his Jamaican and Liberian community back home. And hopefully, she won't mind his habit of bursting into song as he has tendency to belt out Chris Brown and Tony Braxton. But Jamal knows his true love will fully embrace him as he searches for someone who is able to receive him for who he truly is. I ain't mad at Jamal. Wish I can pull off that suit, man. My boy looks fly. We're skipping for Jamal for now. What is this guy? Look, Jimmy, you look like a serial killer, man. I'm just gonna point that out. See, at first it was like, man, this is the kind of outfit I would wear. You got the jeans, you got the suit jacket, the white t-shirt underneath, and then you got the no socks with the shoes, man. You lost me there, Jimmy. Jimmy. All right. Jimmy's 28, software sales. Jimmy's so ready to get married. In fact, he's been for a while now, but dating in the real world just hasn't been working. He needs someone to check every box has led Jimmy astray in the past relationships. He is now trying to really get to know someone and build a connection. As a first generation college student on both sides of his family, Jimmy is hoping to meet a woman whose ambition matches his own. If not, he says he must at least push him to be the person he wants to be. Otherwise, outside of all of those things, Jimmy is very open-minded when it comes to dating. And as a self-admitted loud snorer, he's hoping that his future partner will be too. What are you gonna just annoy the shit out of each other every day? Is that what the plan is? I don't know, man. I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know if I'm a fan, Jimmy. I'm sorry, man. We'll go back to you. All right. We got a good looking smile on Vince here. Vince, he's got himself a little blue. What's up with the no socks here, gentlemen? Hopefully those are no show socks. We got Jimmy here. Not a bad looking feller. Let's see here. Vince, 35, a lawyer. A woman who is a little bit of a tomboy will catch Vince's eye. Well, let's be honest, Vince. You can't have somebody catch your eye in the pods. Okay? There's no catching eyes. There's no cheating in this experiment here, buddy. But he's a total sucker for a girl next door type. I'm very confused here. Do you like the girl next door or do you like the tomboy? Maybe he likes a little bit of both. Ideally, Vince will connect with a good Christian girl in the pods who will automatically fit in With his family, past commitment issues have plagued Vince's relationship, so he's drawn to an experiment where everybody involved is looking to find their forever person and settle down for the rest of their lives. As a former captain in the U.S. Army, ooh, former captain, turned attorney, he's a disciplined guy, except when it comes to doing laundry, which has a tendency to pile up. All right, well, look, all right, Vince, it's really not that hard to do your laundry, man. It really isn't. But he makes up for more for in the kitchen as his favorite thing to do, and for his partner is cook up a meal, which he calls the most romantic thing. Let's see here. Let me give Vince one more look. Yeah, I don't know, man. The whole laundry piling up thing. Hopefully, he doesn't admit that in the ponds because otherwise, he might be out the door. Okay, all right. See, this is what I can get behind. I don't know. All right, let me just say right off the bat, Clay looks like a well-dressed man who I don't know, man. He gives a vibe of like he's a player. Like he gives the player vibes. He really does, and there's nothing wrong with that. My guy can be a player. Maybe he's a player that's trying to, you know, not be a player no more. I respect it, but first off, he looks spiffy. I can't hate the orange suit here, orange undershirt. I like it a lot. Um, he looks really good. I like the way Clay looks, but I'm gonna say he's a player. 31, enterprise sales and entrepreneur, Mr. Clay is. Adaptability is at the top of Clay's list when it comes to quality he's looking for in a partner. Relationships are a roller coaster. I need someone who's going to stay with me through the test of time. I like that. Relationships are a roller coaster. Highs, lows. Let's go through those highs and lows together. Cleanliness also ranks fairly high as Clay has no patience for bad hygiene. If you're smelling bad, I'm going to tell you. Oh, okay. All right. He's honest. However, he is also working on his overly blunt delivery, which he says has been a point of contention in his past relationship. But at the end of the day, Clay won't compromise on being himself. He is searching for a soulmate who isn't looking to change him or his self-admitted huge ego. I called it. I called it, which he knows could annoy his potential wife. Underneath it all, Clay says he's very vulnerable guy. It's very nice of him for him to be a self-admitted huge ego and very vulnerable at the same time. This guy's got it all. Guys who's ready to finally put the effort in the love department. I got myself a house. I got myself a good job. And this is the moment where I'm ready. You know what? I don't know what it is. It's going to be his playmaking inside the player mentality. I really feel strongly that Clay is going to get engaged to somebody in this pod. Somebody's going to fall for the charm, the charisma. Like, just look at him. You can tell that this man probably livens up a room. He's got the charisma. He's got the charm. I haven't even really seen this guy in action, and I know this guy is ready to swoon some girls in the pods. All right, what do we got here? This guy looks what is this guy? Nolan here. He looks exactly like the brother of Austin. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just vibing with the hair there. All right, Nolan. Let's see here. young guy, a little poofy hair at the top, a little scruff of a beard. I don't know. Man, what is the deal with the no socks? Like, is nobody wearing socks in any of these pictures? Nolan, management consultant. Cat ladies need not apply, as Nolan says feline friends are an absolute deal breaker after one bit him on the head as a child. Otherwise, well, I mean, otherwise, ladies, if you have any cats, you're out the door. Otherwise, he's ready and willing to open all of that Love Is Blind has to offer, where he's truly here to find a wife, love, loyalty, faith, friendship, and someone who doesn't mind if he disappears to the golf course for hours at a time. So no cat ladies, and he needs to be on the golf course. Got it. All right. All right. I want someone that loves love as much as I love love. All right, we're bouncing back a little bit here, Nolan. Nolan's past relationship, he's overly high standards have been a detriment, but he won't put up with anyone who's not serious about their future. That's why he's not playing around in the pods. I really hope there's someone on the other side who's looking for a husband. Well, Nolan, you're not going to find that. Man, I'll tell you what, look, we're going to move right along to Trevor. We're skipping. No offense, Nolan, you're just not it. We're going to move right to Trevor. Trevor looks like he was on the sales floor of Best Buy with this photo. I'm sorry. I don't, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying he looks like he was on the Best Buy staff and he's ready to help you. He's eager. And have you ever walked into Best Buy? And when you walk in, you're hit with like 7 different people in the matter of 5 minutes who sit there and say to you, "Hey, can I help you?" That's what this man looks like. He looks like he is eager and ready to show you the speakers that will go inside your car. Trevor, that's exactly what you look like. He's big, muscly built. He's got a pretty decent little smile. He looks like he's got a little bit of a mullet, which A plus if you got a mullet. I can't really tell. He looks like it. I really right out the gate, big fan of my guy Trevor here. Trevor has experience. Sorry, 31 project manager. It says project manager, but I'm gonna say he's a Best Buy manager just for the fun here. Trevor has experienced in many phases of dating through his 20s, hookups, messing around, and not taking relationships seriously. But now he's done with all of that and ready to commit to his partner forever. She must be as driven as he is because red flags is someone who has no goals. If she can keep up with his physical fitness, oh man, here we go, and ignore his bad habit of chewing ice while watching TV, Trevor's looking forward to starting the next chapter of his life with his wife and his 3 dogs who are like his quote unquote children. Trevor has a major soft spot for kids as he has worked as a caretaker for children with disabilities directly out of college. I'm very patient with them. I love interacting with kids with special needs, and I worked at camps with an array of kids with Down syndrome and or on this autism spectrum. First off, see, look at this. Trevor, you got to be on the show, man. You can't be that nice of a guy. You can't be a Best Buy employee with the greeting ability that you got, your chipper attitude. I love that you love the kids. We're in. We're in, Trevor. Trevor, you're getting engaged. We're going to get married on the show, too. We're going to go from Trevor, nice looking. Man, Trevor's probably the best looking guy I've seen so far on here, too. I'm really digging him. To move into this guy. This guy, Drake, video producer. Look, no offense, Drake, man, but we got to talk about this. Hand in the pocket. Ugh. I don't know, man. This ain't working for me, Trevor. This gives me, I will murder you vibes. But that being said, Drake, video producer Drake, is keeping his eyes and heart open in the pods to find a partner who believes that every day has the potential to be the best day ever. As a video producer, it's paramount that Drake ends up with someone who appreciates and accepts creativity, which is his bedrock of his personality. I'm looking for someone who's not just going through the motions, but to build something very special together. At this point in his life, Drake says he's putting time and energy to work on himself to better understand what he wants in a partner. I'm ready to find love now because I love myself. That's pretty cool. He only asked that others respectful of his time because flaking on plans, constantly rescheduling is seriously a red flag. Yeah, same boat for me. Yeah, I hate people that are flaky on plans. But I'm going to be flaky on you, Drake, and say you're not making the cut. Oh my goodness, I love this man's beard, the little man butt action. Who is this guy? We got a nice little introduction. Ariel. Oh, I don't think I've ever met or seen a man's name Ariel, like Little Mermaid, but Ariel, you've got a nice little fit going on. I like that shirt. I could never pull it off myself. You got a little bit, I think, is that a tattoo? Maybe a little chest hair with a little wife beater underneath it, gold necklace. I'm vibing with Ariel. 32, mortgage broker. Rumor has it Ariel is a huge Adele fan. Who isn't an Adele fan? He's looking forward to rolling in the deep. Oh, come on, Netflix. You wrote this. You knew what you were doing. But his favorite Adele song is Water Under the Bridge. Once he enters the pods, he's searching for love for the ages with his experiment. In this experiment, now that he's getting settled both professionally and financially, I'm at a point in my life where I'm getting ready to take the next step. I've always wanted a family, and I think now's a good time to start that beginning process. And while he's serious about finding a life partner, Ariel knows that by joking around more often than not gets on a lot of people's nerves. So he's hoping to meet someone that's hardworking, dedicated, and overall just easygoing and funny. Woman who, much like his favorite singer, doesn't currently smoke cigarettes. Well, look, I'm with Ariel. Please don't smoke. It's bad for you, but also it's gross. Man, I'm gonna go tentative Ariel. We're not finalized on Ariel yet. I just like he's got a good vibe. I'm going for vibes here. All right, we have, hold on. Oh, whoops, sorry. 1, 2, 3. We got 4 people left. What we have here is a Jeremy. All right, let's be real. Why did you spell your name that way? Why do your parents spell your name right? Jeremy is Jeremaey. But we're not going to criticize the name yet. I'm going to criticize I would criticize the outfit, maybe, but this kind of looks like something I would try to pull off, maybe. Except for those shoes are kind of ugly. I don't really like those look like Crocs, or maybe I like Crocs, but whatever. All right, sorry, rambling for a minute here. Jeremy has two speeds, 32 by the way, intralogistics, couch potato, and doing something outdoorsy. He's looking for a partner who can match his energy on both fronts in hopes of building a full life together someday. A daily routine is a big priority for Jeremy, whose perfect match can join his daily rituals of working out, being physically active. I thought this said physically attractive. I'm like, bro, you're a dick. But he said physically active. Sleep is just as important, but Jeremy hopes that that snoring like a freight train won't get on his partner's nerves. Ultimately, he's hoping to forge a life-changing, authentic soul connection with his future spouse, as he's done with the superficial dating practices on the apps and social media. A deal breaker for him is in a relationship is someone who's just not genuine. Well, that's a good deal breaker. Jeremy, I don't know what it is about you. Man, I don't know. We're going to put Jeremy down. I don't know what it is. He's got a weird vibe. Oh, let me spell his name right on my thing. I'm putting him in. We're locking in Jeremy just because. Ooh, look at Dion here. What's going on with Dion? I like Dion, man. Again, style, man. I just wish I had good style sometimes like this, man. My boy looks good, looks cheesy in a little bit. All right, Dion, software sales. Dion says he loves Love Story soundtrack would be the 2000s R&B song. As a DJ in his off hours, Dion also wants to invest his passion for music, and he'd love to duet with a woman of his dreams. He's seeking something beyond a physical connection now, like having a best friend, so he could finish each other's sentences. Communication's key are something he really prides himself in, but warned that he has zero tolerance for people who talk down or gossip about others. If you can make Dion crack a smile, or better yet, laugh at his corny jokes, you'll immediately catch his attention, but don't be fooled by his sense of humor because he's extremely serious as well, particularly when it comes to meeting his soulmate. I like that. It's a good vibe. You got to bounce here. You're funny. You're funny whenever it's time to be funny. You're serious when it's time to be serious. I'm a big fan of Dion here. I don't know, man. Maybe his personality is too good for this show. All right, we have Ben, Cloud Solutions Architect at 34 years old. He looks like he's going to sell you a car. Like, this guy looks like whenever you walk into a Nissan dealership and you're like, hey, man, I would like to buy a car. And then here comes my dude, Ben, who's just ready to sell you a car. Like, that's just exactly what this guy looks like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he just looks like a used car salesman. Ben has been pretty at peace over the past few years, enjoying the freedom to do whatever he wants, be it swing dancing, Muay Thai, boxing, or even solo cooking classes. But he's ready to risk it all for the right person, because without an actual connection and a partner, you can't experience true joy. In the pods, he's hoping to come across that once-in-a-lifetime kind of chemistry that will push him to open up and let his guard down. I want someone to add value to my world and add value to my peace. He says, sharing that his ideal partner would join him on walks with his beloved dog and in fitness classes. His biggest challenge in the pods might be using humor as a defense mechanism, as Ben knows he can be too sarcastic for his own good. But should the right woman be waiting behind the wall, Ben has already started prepping for the next phase of his life. I work from home because eventually I want to be around my future family 24/7. Look, yep. All right, Johnny. Johnny looks like somebody we've seen on the show before. If you're listening to this or watching this, please tell me what you think. I like the hair slicked back a little bit. He's got a little bit. It's not a great smile. I'm not digging the smile yet. I like this. I own those shoes. Those are like Kohl's shoes. Kohl's. Those shoes he bought at Kohl's. My man, if you didn't, whatever, he probably bought them more expensive. Whatever. Those look like Kohl's shoes. I like the jacket. I'm digging this vibe. Kind of country-ish, but kind of not. I don't know. I kind of like this guy. I kind of like Johnny off the back here. Johnny has 28, account executive. Johnny has tried to find the quote-unquote the one through dating apps in grocery stores and, yes, even blind dates. But he's having trouble forming anything other than really service-level connections. So he's coming to Love is Blind to tune out all the other distractions and dig deep. Independent woman, please come to the front, because Johnny is attracted to people who stand on their own 2 feet. He's hoping that his forever partner will join him on the slopes. He's an avid snowboarder who hits the mountains almost every week. And in the skis, he has a dream of learning how to fly a plane. But Johnny has his feet fully planted on the ground when it comes to love. I'm not just some 27-year-old kid. I'm an adult now. Well, congratulations. I want to see what it takes to make this experience work. Man, all right. I don't know, man. This guy just... I don't know, man. He's got a weird vibe about it. Like he's giving me this weird person, like this weird personality about him. Find the one to do. You know what, Johnny? You're gonna edge out Ariel as my last person here. Let's see here, Johnny. Here's Johnny. That's it. The five guys that will be on Love Is Blind. I'm predicting Kenneth, Clay, Trevor, Jeremy, and Johnny. That's Jeremy with an A. Everybody, if you are not following along here, that's it, folks. That is it for breaking down the Men of Love Is Blind season 6 cast. I had a great time doing it. This is just something I had fun doing in season 5. I'm looking forward to breaking down the women, and you can catch that episode here in a few days. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys soon.